Good morning all, this is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you today with another quick review. Today on the turntable we have none other than DX9's WIELD. It's their take on a last night version of Hot Rod. And not to get, this is not the same hot rod as G1. This is Bay versus last entry for a hot rod. There it is on the side of the box. DX9's done an excellent job here. You can pause there and read that if you want to. It's kind of comical when you read these. And the image shown here is indicative only. The actual product may differ. Okay. And then there's that. The top of the box and the bottom of the box. And you can go to their DX9 Facebook there. Anyway, just want to get the housekeeping out of the way. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Thanks again to all those that have joined the journey, and let's get Hot Rod out of his third-party box. Thanks again for watching. And what comes in the box? Well, this is excellently packed. You got Miss Vivian right here. You got a version of the gun, then you got the actual time stop gun itself. He only had one, but it's always nice to have extras. This actually has a clip, and if you look at the bottom side of the box, you have a blast effect. So that's all a plus to me, and highly recommended. Let's get him out of his masterpiece plastic prison. The weakest point of contention with this whole kit here is his instructions. As you unfold, it shows you the parts and how they need to move and whatnot. It's not really easy to follow, as you got step one, and I guess you just keep following step one until you get to the end, which actually carries on over to the back side, which has a white version of the front, the back, and then the remaining to get it into robot mode. I suggest watching a couple of videos of this because I don't do these transformations on camera. I'll leave that for the professional YouTubers out there, and just want to get to the nitty gritty there. So there's that. Real quick, I just want to go through the accessories. You get Miss Vivian, who is oddly proportioned, very not good. She's going back in the box. You can actually put her in the car mode, but I just don't feel like doing this part. You get a nicely detailed hard plastic effect that can be situated different ways inside of each gun. And this is the base gun right here, but I've actually got the clip in this to make it look like a machine gun. And if you remove the piece off of the time stop gun, this is what it looks like underneath, and you can do that however you want to do it, and you got some creativity there. That is always welcome and awesome. And the time stop gun is nicely detailed, also has a place to put that clip that you've seen in the other one, and this simply just removes off of here. Not so simply, but I mean, you can take this and pop this off, and you got two little submachine guns minus one clip. Kind of wish there was two clips, and it's keyed to where you can fit it into the hand, and it'll stick really good when you get into robot mode. But like, there's the front and the back of the time stop gun. And here is WIELD, or the last night Hot Rod, on the table, and I can only think about Anthony Hopkins' French, and excuse my French, this is one bitchin' ride. So there it is, looking at the back of that, really pretty vehicle mode there. And we're gonna keep going around here. There's that side and the front. It's obviously not officially licensed like the Studio series, but we get that this is that Lamborghini. And when you get it up closer there, you can see how beautifully painted it is. The detailing, this thing is top notch. I really do wish the Studio series team would have done this much attention to detail on their ambitious effort, because this is really awesome. These are rubber tires, like how the Studio series did like a little thing on the inside to make it look a little thicker on the rear tires. But this is very compact in a small living space, and that's how it turns out on the bottom there. Just really awesome. And I like that these windows are heavy and dark. You still see in there barely, depending on, you can see like a screw rivet, but that's all that you can see. And the doors do open to reveal that it's gull wing, and you can get those up there, and you can see that there's actually a seat there. You can see Hot Rod's mug, but it's got two seats inside of the car mode there. So if you wanted to do Miss Vivian on either side of that, to each his own, you can do those things. Just really think this is really nice how they incorporated the actual function of the car to start the transformation. And speaking of that, let's get it into robot mode. In 3, 2, 1, and I meant to do some vehicle comparisons. So right now here is the comparison to the newest Studio Series version that is number 93 in that line and is identically the same Lamborghini there. And this one is black with the metallic sparkle and paint in it, done super uber well. Here's a look at the back sides of both the vehicles. The spoiler is permanently affixed up, but this is how you do it here. And then also this little spoiler will pop up, which is just awesome. So, I mean, it goes up, it goes down, boom. So then finish this off here. This is where I was talking about if they did this over here, it would totally rock too. But they budget constraints, love and care put into the product. So that's where we're gonna go to with that. Now we'll get into that transformation. Thanks for sticking around this long. Hot Rod Transform. And of a particular note, I want to really point out, it was the clever and ingenious use of DIECAST right here to peg stuff in. And it's pegged in really, really good and hard. But I mean, it's holding by a DIECAST piece, held by a DIECAST piece, and just really, really great, guys. This thing just totally rocks. This is like one of my favorite third-party figures, period. What is absolutely amazing is that both have a semi-rat trap kind of mode to get into the robot mode. With that said, getting it on in the robot mode. And here is Lahire in his robot mode. The transformation is absolutely crazy. I can't believe how things tuck away, still retain some articulation as we take a trip around to let you see that slender profile. And this is how I do the back on this guy. And it's funny how the car just completely folds up in on itself and disappears into the robot mode. And again, here is the guns I was telling you about. Boom, and the said blast effects there, being the hard, solid piece there. Looks really, really flippin' sweet, guys. Let's get them armed up. Like I was saying, this is an absolutely ambitious effort done, you know, by this DX9 team and Studio Series Hasbro team trying to build suits. I just really wish the paint hadn't got flubbed on the Studio Series version's eyes like it did. But I mean, it's still, like I said, a very ambitious effort by the Studio Series design team to get pretty freaking close for a retail version. But this is a really nice NPM third party. I highly recommend, and can't get enough of it. Let's get the other gun in there just for some prosperity. And finally, I ain't gonna keep you much longer. Some final thoughts on this guy right here. I highly recommend this if you're an MP collector or a fan of this movie version of Hot Rod. It really is, bar none, one of the best masterpiece figures that is a third party that does all the bells and whistles, checks all the boxes, looks really, really awesome. It's really neat, like I said, how the car mode disappears. It's got the die-cast alloy where it counts to like in the joints there, and to keep the things from like that would be privy to snapping or breaking and that kind of thing. And it's really neat how the tail end of the car folds up into the back there. It's neat how the sides of the car form the legs and how the legs transforms. All very, very awesome and crazy good engineering there. Unique Toys / DX9 is really, really crushing it. And like I said, I recommend if you're a fan. That's about going to do it for Hot Rod. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and help my channel continue to grow. We crossed the threshold last night. We're at 600 subscribers. I'm so very grateful for every one of you. Thank you so much for helping my channel this far. And let's continue the journey. And thank you so much. This is a very fun figure. And daggone, just brilliantly done. Can't wait to see what else gets made. See if Hasbro tries to catch it. Anyway, y'all have an excellent, safe week out there. We're in the second week of January in 2023. Till all are one, guys. Stay tuned for some more excellent reviews.